Hold on. I have uploaded a video every single day this week. What is that? I've just been inspired and I've been on the grind. So take a second to please click on my actual channel, click on my uploads, and make sure you didn't miss a single video because I know the subscription box doesn't always come in clutch. Love y'all. What's up, family? It's Nick Wright, NWB. So we are on day number 3 of the first week of Candido's training program. Now, Candido's channel and his program are both linked in the info box below, so check them out and subscribe to his channel. However, I'm still going to walk you through the entire week as we move along and progress. So you saw me do the first 2 days out of the week. Monday and Tuesday were my heavy strength days. Wednesday's a day off. It's currently Wednesday night, and we're getting ready for tomorrow, Thursday, which is going to be the first out of 2 control days, meaning it's going to be a lot of paused reps using much lighter weight. In fact, he asks you to begin with 70% of your max for these workouts, as opposed to the strength days where we began with 80% of our max. And that's why I'm talking to you right now the night before, because my deadlift is easy. Cleanly, I pull 500 pounds. I may have 510, 520 in me, I don't know, but I know my clean 1 rep max right now is 500 pounds even. So I just calculate my max percentages out of that. 345 is my clean bench press, so I base my percentages off of that number. Squat's a little tricky for me right now because you guys all know my ankle situation and my recovery situation from that. I don't know what my actual max is on squats right now. My strength is clearly nowhere near where it used to be or where it should be on squats, so I can't base it on my previous lifts before the injury. And honestly, I can't try to max out to find out because even though I'm gaining my strength back, anytime I go really above 365, my squat just gets all messed up. My left ankle begins locking up and my right side just totally compensates and uses most of the energy to push the squat back up. I end up with knee pain the next day. It's just a big mess. So we're not recovered yet enough to go heavy in squats. We're still in that recovery comeback mode. So to figure out what my 1 rep max would be right now, since we're all thrown off, I have to base it on my working sets. And last week in the video, Thursday, I did sets of 8 reps with 315. And they definitely felt like a harder 8 reps. It wasn't a walk in the park, so I think it's pretty accurate. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually on Google, and I just went to google.com and I typed in 1 rep max calculator. It's very easy, it's free. Click on the first link you see. And what you want to do, what we can do to get a rough guesstimate of where my 1 rep max will be right now, we type in the weight I did for a set, 315. And then we type in the reps performed, which would be 8. And you simply hit calculate. And bam! It predicts my 1 rep max will be 391, which quite honestly I believe to be true. Strength-wise, you know, all awkward compensation aside, strength-wise I feel like my squat's hanging right around 400 right now. Between 385 and 400 was my prediction during this comeback. So that's probably pretty accurate. And we're going to find 70%, which is 274 pounds. So, given that this is accurate, 275, because obviously we have to round up to the nearest fifth, given the weight plate increments, 275 will be the weight I use for my working sets on squats. I just realized that my calculated 1 rep max currently is what Johnny Candido does his light day pause reps with for the Arnold Classic Prep. That's sad. Okay guys, squat time. I'm making a humongous change to my squats, and for the first time ever, I'm facing away from the mirror so I cannot stare at my reflection. And what this does is it prevents you from looking up. It prevents you from tilting your head upward to look at yourself in the mirror, and it allows you to keep your chin tucked in, eyes to the ground, my head's basically tilted downward. And what this does is it keeps your spine much more neutral. And oh my goodness, did it make the biggest difference in the world. Look at the depth I'm getting. I've never gotten this kind of depth before. And for the first time ever, squats did not feel awkward for me. I felt no tension or flexion in my lumbar, my lower back. I felt no mobility issues in my hips or my ankles. It felt amazing. I did prop my heels up on 5-pound plates to get better heel elevation and more mobility for my ankles. I do have Nike Romelio squat shoes coming in the mail as we speak. I can't wait for them. Today's workout consisted of 6 sets of 4 pause reps. And 275 felt beautiful. It was just the right weight for me. It was heavy enough to give me a hell of a challenge, but it was light enough where it was smooth. And yes, there's always some form improvements we can make, like watching this video now. I can see some slight buckling of the knees every time I come back up on a rep, and that's fine. That's just something I'm going to have to pay much more mental attention to next time I squat. But that's why we film these videos, so I can track my progress and continue in improving. So we did 6 sets, 4 reps, paused at least 1 Mississippi at the bottom. Getting my breathing down was the biggest challenge, but once I got the feel for it, it felt great, and I cannot wait for my next heavy squat day now that I found this new technique of tilting my chin inward. It felt amazing. I need to work on the same thing with deadlifts, clearly, but I've already admitted that a long time ago. So check it out. Paused rep deadlifts are next on the scene. 3 sets, 4 reps each. Now, I messed up, guys. I, for some reason, looked at it wrong. My head was too jumbled from squats or whatever. I thought I said 3 sets of 6 reps. So I did all my sets with 6 reps, which was just overkill. But I began with 350, and I ended up dropping it down to 335 for much cleaner reps, because the point of this exercise is not to simply pull the weight up. Pulling and pausing with 315, 335, 350 is easy as cake for me, but the challenge is keeping the core activated from the very bottom of the rep. See, what happens is usually when people deadlift, they yank the bar right off the floor to get that momentum, and then they activate their glutes and their core to finish the lift tightly. But that's dangerous. That's going to lead to your back flying up in the air, your hips go up in the air, and you're going to end up snapping your lumbar up. So what this does, this pause right off the ground, you literally just pull it up. As soon as it leaves the ground, you pause about mid-shin, bar only rose a few inches off the ground, and you hold it for about 1 Mississippi, if that. And what this does is it forces you to contract your glutes, to activate your glutes, and to activate your core and keep your core tight right from the very bottom of the lift. And it's going to train you to have a nice, strong, ignited core at the very beginning of your deadlift rep. And Candido did say it would help strengthen up my lower back, which I have had a past injury in, and he was right. I could feel it working that area beautifully in a good way. I have high hopes for it strengthening my lower back right up. Guys, one quick thing. My back looks like it's rounded. I promise you on my mother, it's not. It's the shape of my back. I can bend over, fully arched for you guys, shirtless if you don't believe me. I don't know if it's my erectors or just the shape of my spine. My back is just shaped round, but you can still see a neutral arch in my back. It is not rounding at all, I promise you. So don't get distracted by that. After those big movements, the last thing was just 2 optional exercises, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps each. Nothing heavy, nothing exerting. These are just optional finisher movements. You don't even have to do them. I took advantage of them and hit some crazy hypertrophy for my side and rear delts. Check out that Olympus iron shirt I'm rocking. Shout out to Bobby Arcan. Love you, bro. Subscribe now, guys. Peace. Buy a t-shirt. nwblifestyle.com in the info box below. Tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies, dog tags, you name it. Support and represent the lifestyle you live.